the Educated Idiots podcast Mailbag edition for episode 13. These are all user Mailbag edition. These are all user comments, all their feedback. Sponsored today by Under Armour. Under Armour. You'll look good while trying to count to 4 with your 7th concussion. Let's play football, America. You don't have double vision. We are going back to back with the video episodes. Eric Clinton, you asked for this. So,
what up, Eric?
I'm Doug Wilkinson. My left is Dan Hensing. Say hello, Dan.
Hello!
And we're going to jump right in. We've got several platforms where we've gotten our feedback from. This first one is from our idiotseducated@gmail.com inbox. And question's a long one. We're going to do our best to get through it. And there's a few things that have to be explained. There's some prefaces in here, if you will. So this one comes to us from Lone Tree Jeff, LT. What up, math?
Hello, Lone Tree.
My question, this is his wording. My question is, what are your thoughts about private schools being able to compete in the postseason against public schools? I've been a fan of the Illinois rule that private schools, if you're not familiar with it, basically it's a multiplication factor. We're adding math. Not good. Illinois has 8 classes for sports, so basically if you go to a private school, you have to compete up at least a level and a half, depending on the size. So if you're a larger 2A, you've got to compete at the 4A level, whatever, the whole way up. And he says, you know that private schools recruit, so want to know what our thoughts are on that. I'm going to turn over to you first.
I always think of different sports, but basketball, for example, a few years ago, I'm going to say 3 years ago, the state champions was NU High in Cedar Falls, which was, let's just say they recruited, because they do, okay? They did, right?
Past tense, yeah.
Past tense. Number 2A.
Do we pour one out for the homies, or no? Okay.
All Western Christian.
Yep.
And they're...
Yeah, I remember the year time, yeah.
Yeah. Third, 3A, the champions were Dubuque Wahlert.
Yep.
Shocking. And 4A that year was Iowa City High, but they had 2 guys get recruited in, foreign exchange students that were 6'9".
It is funny when in basketball, especially a couple kids can really change things.
Especially 6'9". Kids can change things.
Well, they're coming here for the culture, Dan. I think that's important to keep in mind. I just think, like, you know, I don't think in football in the state of Iowa it's that huge of a difference. Dowling's there all the time. Private school, not a big surprise. I see it in, like, Council Bluffs, St. Albert. They're a 1A school, and they're almost always in the title game. Like, I could see a reason for them to, like, compete at an upper level. I think if you're a private school, you know, well, we don't recruit because you need to do a better job. Columbus, you need to do a better job of recruiting and being, I say that, and yet they've won a state title at least within the last decade.
Yeah, but Columbus has problems.
Falls is not.
Columbus's problem is their parents.
Really?
Yeah. There's too many parents involved.
Oh, okay.
And not in a good way.
Gotcha.
So,
fair enough. All right. So, Jeff, hopefully you could have put your meth pipe down long enough for you to be able to interpret that response. All right. Sticking close to home, only because I also know this next one. It's coming from Ryan out of Iowa City, big fan of the show. He says, when people are telling a story and they use the phrase, you know, they say, and his comments are, who says? Who knows? Who cares? What credibility does the person have when they say things like this? None. Drives me crazy, especially when you talk to people who love to talk anyway, and on and on and on. He basically goes, it drives me nuts. He goes, I'm done, I love the podcast. He goes, I think he recognized he was ranting a bit. So that's from Facebook. Ryan, out of Iowa City, via Lone Tree, only because I know the connections here. So what's your thoughts when people use that standard phrase, you know,
I say it a lot.
Yeah, I probably do as well.
Yeah, I'm a talker. I think people that are talkers just... they run out of things to say. By the way, I have speaking of talking, off the subject, my friend tells me that teachers like to hear themselves talk.
I could see that.
And we have a podcast.
And yeah, it's kind of ironic how that worked out.
Yeah, well, that's what they say.
Yeah. I saw what he did there. I saw it. I was telling you this off air. I've noticed myself personally, like this summer, I've been alone a lot. And yet, like, when you come over, I think that's why we had to start this. What few people understand is we talk exactly like this, even when nothing's recording.
Yeah.
If that's safe to say, like, if we could rewind in time and, like, you know, a husband, like, fathers always look at their daughter, we both have girls, they look at, would I let my daughter date that guy? Like, I think it's pretty safe to say, like, nope. Like, if you watch the show, it's like, nope, we're not letting him in the door. For Christ's sakes, the one guy's wearing an Under Armour shirt looking svelte, and the other one's got a shirt that says Bazinga. So, Big Bang Theory. All right, let's hit the driving portion. Well, actually, let's hit a different one first. Quick hitter. This is from Kelly out of Bettendorf. No context, no nothing. 2 words, eye rolling. Go.
I like eye rolling. I eye roll.
Yeah?
I do all these. These so pet peeves.
Dude, we should just call this the Dan mailbag.
Well, I don't like being mean to my friend.
Mm-hmm.
She's a girl. She's a friend. Let's call her a girlfriend.
I like it.
So to not be mean to her, because I'm not a mean guy, I don't say anything. But for some reason, I eye roll. And
Yeah.
she gets that. I think that bothers her more than if I just said, go after yourself. You know what I mean?
Wow.
I think I could, and she'd be like, fair game. But if I eye roll, that really bothers her.
I don't know what bothers eye roll when my daughters do it or a student does it, sends me off the charts. I'm not a big fan of it when I have this friend, she's my wife. Let's call her a wife friend. When she does it, it kind of bugs me. I guess I don't know. Maybe she's a better judge on that one, but not too bad. But the one that bothers me more than eye rolling, the thumbs up. Like when a teenager gives coaching. When I'm coaching and they give me the thumbs up, and they don't usually
That
mean
bothers
it.
you?
Oh, because usually because it depends. Because I've had it said given to me by the kid that probably wants to give me the finger, but knows I just go into a tirade. I probably go into more. I mean, I know that people out there, a couple of guys I used to coach with that listen to this know, and probably have great stories year to year. Oh, God, clapping the hands. I got a lot of them that are sports-related, but that's one, the thumbs up, and I probably got it more in football than anything. You explain something, you can't really see the kid's face. I had a kid give me the thumbs up one time.
Thumbs up is not bad.
Usually it's probably not, but knowing some
Especially
of the kids.
if you have a concussion, you play for Detroit Lions, you're being hauled off the field. Thumbs up is good. What, did I go too far there? I'm sorry. Mike Utley.
No,
I like it. I feel bad for the guy. I do.
I don't think you do. I don't believe you.
We better go on.
All right, moving on. All right, let's get into the driving portion of things. The driving portion, we had a lot of driving. We've done a lot of driving ones on here. Here's some interesting twists to them. This one comes from Lisa in Algona.
Hello.
Oh, ooh, a quick one there.
Yeah, I just want to throw it in there quick.
Yeah, I apologize. I'm not giving enough of a break here. Hers is basically, this comes off of Facebook. She says, inconsiderate drivers. She says, I'm driving down the highway. I got the cruise on. I'm the only car coming, which I think is key here. No one behind me.
It is key.
It peeves me to no end when a car or a semi will pull out in front of me and have me slow down, 3 exclamation points right there. If they would wait 15 seconds and let me pass, there'd be no problem. But no, almost every day I drive back and forth into work, this happens.
I totally agree with you. I think it's worse when a semi does it because your job is to drive.
Sure.
So you should know, like, left lane's fast, right lane's slow. Don't pull out in front of that car. Because if they ever have that 1-800 how's my driving?
Yeah,
I'll call it. I mean, so, I don't know. I totally agree with her.
So the semis scare my wife to death. We're on the highway, and if we pull out and pass a semi, her goal is, I don't care if you have to go 115, get around this thing as quick. She doesn't think semis should be allowed on the road.
What is she, 16?
She cannot stand semis.
No, really? She's 16?
No, she's older.
Okay.
It's not... No, I won't go there. We don't want to get the religious affiliates upset.
Jerry Lee Lewis, everybody.
But she just hates it. She thinks that the rail system should be back into effect to get all semis off the road. I find this heaping with irony, given my dad's occupation at a major trucking company. Yeah. So, which, on a side note, they grossed, for the first time in their life, $1 billion this past year. Not using trains, my dear. So slow clap. Yeah, using the slow clap for the semis. Let's stick with driving for one more here, and then we'll switch gears a little bit.
Switch gears?
We got 2. Oh, I went punny there. We got 2 more, sorry. This one comes to us from everyone's favorite delivery boy at Luke Toyosi on Twitter. He says, when people get into the right lane at a stoplight but aren't turning, as a delivery driver, it makes me so mad. And I think it bothers you too.
Here's where it bothers me. You're totally correct. I have a lot of road problems, but...
Wait, say that again?
I have a lot of road problems.
But right before that. Totally correct? Me?
Yeah.
I don't get to hear that much. I like it.
Well.
Cheers. It's a Snoopy coffee mug, by the way.
That's
sorry.
Smurfette.
Yeah, it's all the Smurfs. It goes all the way around.
Or Snoopy, whatever.
All right, continue.
Going down University Avenue in Cedar Falls, actually heading towards Waterloo. You're going towards Waterloo, and you turn on Amesboro. Amesboro, if you want to know, it's Burger King right there. I like to use food restaurants.
Yeah.
It's a 3-lane on one side. people that are in the right lane, there's 2 other lanes for them to go straight. And by the way, when they're going straight, there's nothing to go to, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing down there. So everyone's turning right there. It's almost like a unofficial turn lane.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the one that drives me the most nuts. Luke Toyosi.
Yeah.
Toyosi, whatever the heck your name is.
Yeah.
I know Luke. He's funny.
No, I'm with you. I can't stand that. I try not to be that guy. I can think of one other one that I know drives you more mad than any of these that we've mentioned. But I'll save it for one more here. People that don't move over, this is at JJ Hertz on Twitter, says people that don't move over when you merge on the freeway, like they want you to run out of road and then die.
Yeah.
I think that one's kind of on your landscape.
I get over all the time, just like, hey, we're all in this together. Come on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, you do that on the freeway. Here's what I know that burns you big time. You're at a light. There's 2 lanes. There is a sign distinguishing that the right lane is going to have to merge left.
Oh, yeah.
And people try to gun it off the line and beat people in there.
18th Street.
Yes, 18th and Main in Cedar Falls has one of those.
I will take you up into the grass if I have to.
I've seen it. I watched him actually go watch this, and you were just going. You had the truck rolling.
I laid on the horn.
Okay. You let the guy know where he fit. You gave him a thumbs up.
Road rage.
Well, yes,
we're good. Keep going. We better keep going.
Okay, we'll keep. I don't want to get you too upset. All right, here's a couple different ones then. This one is at Brad Means. He says, guys at guitar shops trying to show off. Hashtag pet peeve.
I got nothing there.
Here's the thing that drives, because I've been in enough guitar shop, and I know that's, I know Brad's a really excellent guitar player. I am not, so I don't have to worry about being the guy that shows off. But I've been in there when the guys are like trying to lay down, and like it's like Fleetwood Mac's not coming to town. They're not picking you up. Led Zeppelin's. That's kind of the way I used it.
I gave my love a cherry that had no stem. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea. No, I know Fleetwood. I mean, no,
it's from Animal House.
Oh, well, there you go.
1976.
Hello. -6 years old.
Thanks.
All right. Not that I haven't seen Animal House, but all right. So that was one. So I totally get that one. Yeah, it's play some Freebird or something while you're in there next time.
Freebird.
Let's see. Here's one from. I'll stick with that. Brad Means. He came up with 2 of them.
Good job, Brad.
All right, Brad. Here's your second one. A guy who is at a bar and there's 100 beers to choose from, and they order a Bud Light. And I feel like that one was aimed at me. I feel like he was taking a shot. Yeah, I like my domestics. I'm not a wide variety kind of guy, but Brad, is like a beer nerd when it comes to this, and I mean that in the most backhanded compliment way that I can. That he brews his own beer. He understands the inner workings of all of them. I've helped him with that. It's way cool, but like, I guess I can see his point.
I was soured a little bit on the whole different beers. 10, 15 years ago, I was with people, I won't say who it is, my ex-in-laws. Anyway, they don't listen anyway, they can't stand me. Cheers. Regardless, fast forward, keep going. Anyway, the story goes like this. We're at Pepper's, unofficial sponsor. We're at Pepper's, and this person ordered imported beer.
Okay.
And his wife says, "Since when do you order imported beer?" He goes, "Since I can afford it." and I just went, "I'll take a Diet Dew."
Yeah.
So I got nothing on the beer topic, but there is a lot out there, and I know people get crazy. Old Chicago has like some. I just found out they have some like rotating beer thing.
Yeah, you can do like the World Beer Tour.
Summer shandies.
Yeah. My wife's more. She'll dive into those. I mean, it could be the fact that just within the last couple of weeks, I've had the opportunity to actually have beer again. That I'm starting to enjoy that again.
What beer?
You see Dan playing.
Who's ready for one?
This unique package. We'll get to that here in a little bit. No, that was not an innuendo. Oh, thank you, Vanna. That is something we'll bring up a little bit later. But Dan has issues, and so he's playing with it, and it's not a problem. I like it. It's keeping my attention.
I feel like
as well.
It's Christmas.
It will feel like Christmas depending on what's in there. All right, so last one. We'll do one more here, and then we'll get to the mystery box. This one is, again, at Jody Lynn on Twitter. She says, when people try making their lives look perfect on social media, hashtag I could go on for days, hashtag easily annoyed. So,
yeah, I know what you're saying, man.
I mean, is it not my fault that my life is perfect? Like, should that be poorly written? Obviously it's not, but, I could see that. It's like, somebody could be going through the worst thing in their life, but they will easily not let anybody inside the inner sanctum and let them know that anything's going on. Then next thing you know, bad things start happening to them, and you're like, wow, you just said 3 days ago your status update was life is great, and your youngest, just passed away. Sorry, a little cryptic there, but yeah.
I don't know. It's just I don't do the Facebook as much anymore. I started out heavy with it. I just tune in a little bit, but I've heard enough of like, hey, had a great casserole. Oh, good.
It went food big time. About the time I was getting off Facebook, it really went food big time. Facebook has changed. I mean, this is where I do feel old. Is I got in on Facebook for a while and then kind of got off. And now the only time I get on there is for our Educate Idiot stuff. And as a page, I can't even see other people. So I think that's saved.
I prefer the Twitter.
Yeah, I'm a lot bigger with the Twitter stuff, and now this has got me into the YouTube stuff big time. So if you're out there like
YouTubers,
YouTubers, checking out, like subscribing to other channels and things like that. Like I spend a lot more time with that stuff. All right, let's get on to the mystery box. All right, whoa, we had to set it up. What the mystery box is? You are like a kid on Christmas. All right, so this is from Alicia from Cedar Falls. She provided this for us today. Thank you, Alicia. We have no clue what's in this thing, so thank you for putting it together.
She works at the Hy-Vee gas station.
She is. She's
where I get my delicious Diet Mountain Dew.
Yes.
You get your Smurf glass full of
Dr. Pepper 10.
Dr. Pepper 10.
And LSD.
She did give this to me, and I noticed that it has comics on it.
Yeah, which I thought was highly ironic.
See, it's funny.
Yeah,
I've always wanted
to
have my own comic strip, but I can't draw.
Yeah, we have had that conversation before. I want to do a comic strip. Oh, really? Are you an artist? Nope. Not at all. All right.
Anyway.
Crack it open. Let's see what's in there. So we have no idea what's going to be inside. We're going to find out.
You want me to open like my grandpa used to?
No, I want you to open it like you're a 6-year-old on Christmas morning. Yes.
Thank you, buddy. This is exciting. First off, we're describing what's in the...
For the audio listeners. Oh, it's in a service gloves.
Service gloves.
It's a severed head. I'm going to be
Luckily, they're powder-free service gloves.
Yeah, we wouldn't want any latex allergies going on here.
What's this white stuff?
Is it packaging?
No, it's like... I don't know.
Well, we're starting with some Hy-Vee pens.
Let's put that right
officially sanctioned. I'll let you keep going. Dig in. Don't let me get on you.
Paper.
I think they're old Hy-Vee receipts.
Hy-Vee receipts, good.
Is it literally 2 pens?
If there's someone's hand in here.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna have like, oh look, fingernails. Gross.
I think that's what is in there. I think that the rest of it.
2 pens.
2 pens. That's what she gave us.
Not even a candy bar, Alicia. Come on.
Nothing else. This is your sick promotional sponsorship. 2 Hy-Vee pens. School is just around the corner, and my shopping is complete.
Yes.
Dan is like...
Oh, wait a minute.
Do we have more? Wait a minute. Oh, there's more.
Not so fast, my friend.
And... pull tabs.
That's already been pulled. That's
wow.
What a loser.
What an awesome gift.
What a pathetic loser.
Is that saying something about us as players?
Right, I'm tearing into this stuff. We're getting serious now.
Yeah. I want to see what other junk she left for us in here.
Okay,
if the mystery box is going to be
you're kind of twisted because now we have a mess.
Yeah, and there's a toothpick.
Oh, nice.
That looks used, and now I feel like I've got something on it.
I can't read them.
Oh, you don't. You have bad eyes. A beef and habanero jack sandwich wrapper. Thanks for that. I really think they sit that they were like, hey, you know what? We could go through this all through the trash, or. Yeah. Let's bag up our garbage and give it to Doug and Dan. Let's see what could happen.
Yeah, let's do that because I said she looked like Dora the Explorer and she got all upset one day.
And this is her...
Which I thought was a compliment.
And she doesn't speak Spanish? But, I didn't know that until I met you. That was the Dora theme song. All right. Enough of this madness. I want to thank you all for listening to Educated Idiots podcast. That might be the first and only time we do Mystery Box.
I'm ready to do like a...
Yeah, throw them up in the air. Hit us up on social media. We'll see you next time. I'm Doug. That's Dan.
Bye-bye.